Hey Scorpios, welcome to your March 1st, 2017 reading. This will be a general reading for all Scorpios from, again, March 1st to March 15th. As this is a general reading, we're going to hit on some general themes. We'll kind of glom onto an overall message at a certain point. But it's not going to resonate with all of you. The best course of action is if there's something in the reading that resonates with you, come to check out the Schedulicity link below the video. It'll follow that link, it'll have you sign up for the website, and then just make an appointment with me. I'm doing free readings right now. Again, I've been reading tarot for the general public for 2 weeks now, and I'm trying to get as much experience as I can outside of friends and family. So please make an appointment. I would love to do a reading for you. Again, especially if there's something from this general reading that resonates with you. So let's jump in. Let's see what the cards are saying for you this period, Scorpios. Got some really powerful major arcana at the heart of your situation. You Scorpios. You know, okay, so at the heart of your situation, Scorpios, we've got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and it's crossed by the Tower card. So a couple of very powerful cards, and obviously some very powerful changes in your life right now, Scorpios. When you get the Wheel of Fortune card, if you think of it more in like an Eastern sense of like this massive karmic wheel that just turns, that we're all kind of caught up in, whatever, think of it as fate, some kind of karmic destiny. Basically, whatever's going on here is just part of what's been laid out for you, and maybe you believe that our lives are fated, and maybe not, and I know everyone falls in a different place along that track, but the mistake in this situation is to blame yourself, because this thing was going to happen regardless. And when you get the Tower card, Scorpios, it means that for the longest time you tried to resist this change, and then the universe just came in and chucked that lightning bolt, and it was like, no, you're not, like, I gotta get through to you, and this is gonna feel, there's going to be this fall, and there's going to be like this explosive change, but it's a change that should happen a long time ago that you've been resisting. So I'm with you. I honestly, a lot of times I think that these cards are more exciting than some of, like a card like the Tower to me is more exciting than something like the Ten of Cups that's like this image of happiness, because the Tower is progress, and with change comes a fall, and comes an adjustment, and comes all the negative emotions that come with that. But it's change, and with change comes growth. So let's take a look and see if we can figure out what's going on, figure out what this major change is in your life, Scorpios. So the basis of the situation, we've got Seven of Pentacles, also in reverse. Actually, the Eight of Pentacles. So we've got this apprentice-looking gentleman, and he is hard at work. His robes are in tatters. This is really that period when it's that sense of really falling in love with your job so much that it consumes you, and not necessarily in an unhealthy way, because getting that whatever it is you do, Scorpio, and this is not uncommon for Scorpio, is something that is some line of work that feeds back into the community, right? Something that that brings whatever your skill is. You're doing it for the good of your community. This is that teacher, doctor, healer type. Not, I mean, those are really general labels, but just this idea that your work is tied into the better good of the community around you. So in reverse, it just means that you've lost sight of that. So that period of being totally consumed, not lost sight of, but like that you're coming out of this period of being consumed, something's knocked you loose, and with the tower in the middle, it's almost like here you were happy plugging away, and then this wheel of fortune in reverse, this tower situation happened, and that knocked you off your bearings. Yeah, because you really need that. I'm getting that it's kind of getting that there's some competition involved, like some maybe this has to do with your work. In your recent past, we've got the Five of Wands, which is this. So recent past means that this isn't affecting the current situation. It means that you've gone through this period, and you're on the other side of it. At Five of Wands, though, you get those five gentlemen knocking poles together. It's really like that spirited competition that fuels innovation in a given field. I don't know what your field of work is, but it could have to do with that, or recently having to compete for some new position or promotion, and maybe that's what the connection is with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Now let's keep plugging away. Let's see if we can get a general reading. So in your potential outcome, potential outcome means that things could head in this direction, or it might work with our outcome card as well. We'll take a look. But we've got the Four of Cups. Four of Cups, we've got this guy sitting under a tree, and he's staring at these three cups. We can't necessarily see whether they're empty or not, but the idea is that the expression isn't too pleasant. He has grown apathetic. He has grown bored. He has grown disinterested in whatever this situation is. Okay, so it could be a work thing, because we're getting all the pentacles. Thinking it's more of a work thing, but it could be a relationship thing as well, or just a general situation thing. What makes more sense is that this situation, this potential outcome, is, for a lot of people, the way they react to that Tower card. So that sudden jarring change is, and this is pretty natural to go through this period of being, not too okay about it. But the big thing with the Four Cups is that the universe is offering a cup here, and the guy just doesn't see it. So that's a potential outcome card. Really, in this reading, feels like advice on how to best deal with things. So it's just like seeing, it's such a cliche saying, but seeing the silver lining, seeing whatever the gift is within whatever this major change is for you, Scorpios. So in your near future, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. King of Pentacles is very much grown into his throne. He's up on the castle wall. He's surrounded by all of this vegetation, and he's glancing sidelong at his coin. Notice that he's got this iron armor on. There's a certain stiffness that comes with the King of Pentacles. but he's successful. He's world wise. He's made something of himself. He's in this stable, responsible position. So this could be a person, or it could always be you, Scorpio. In reverse, though, when you got the King of Pentacles and he's reversed, it's more about becoming too grown in, and with this reading, it's like, This feels like an encounter to me. Feels like an encounter with a person that's like this, or with someone that's going to influence this situation. So we'll keep an eye on that King of Pentacles and see if we can circle back. So next two cards as we move up the column of the Celtic Cross are the self and the environment. So self is you in the situation. It's where you're at. The Fool, especially when we bring in, the self position could either be, it could be where you're at, it could just be the best way to approach the situation. This is the way things were. The things were really grown in so much that there was this call to change, and because it wasn't answered for so long, there's been this explosive change, whether you want it to happen or not. And so the best way to approach things, and maybe this is just where you're at, maybe you're approaching it as well as you can, because the Fool is that boundlessness, that freedom that comes with a new experience. His chest is wide open. He's got this powerful wand, but he's not using it for magic. He's using it to carry his clothes. It's like this leap into things, or for you, maybe it's a fall into things. But I guess for you, Scorpio, either you currently are, or the cards are calling you to really approach the situation with that playfulness, that openness, and that's the best. That's the best state of mind. If you study, you ever study Zen Buddhism, they talk about like maintaining beginner's mind, because with beginner's mind, there's this joy and this openness to making mistakes, and almost kind of acts like whenever you make a major discovery, and you all know this, that whenever you've been wanting some change for a long time and it finally happens, it's always by accident, right? There's never intention involved. The only time change ever happens is when you've got this full perspective where there's this playful openness, and sometimes you're gonna fall. He's on the cliff's edge here, right? Sometimes you slip and fall, but the fall needs to happen sometimes, and you need to be open to it. So could be the best approach for this situation. In your environment, got another court card, got the Page of Cups there. Again, these could always be people or some aspect of yourself. So Page of Cups in the environment, when you get a court card in the environment, it's usually a person. So again, got more of a youthful personality, whatever the age of this person is. And it's like this impish playfulness, he's smirking at this fish in his cup. He's quick-witted, got a knack for knack for the arts, imaginative. So this could be some new person that comes in your environment or is currently in your environment. And upright, it's going to be someone that's going to be a guide or help in this major change that's happening for you. In the hopes and fears position, we've got the 9 of Cups. Okay, so 9 of Cups is very much a social card. So he's got his cups all behind him, and he's looking outward. He's looking out into the world. He's looking at, he's done swimming in the imaginative depths. He's got that smile on his face and that upright posture. He just wants to get out there and have a good time. So especially after that 7 of Pentacles in reverse, Scorpios, this is really just like this need to connect with, like you're hoping for this connection with the people in your life. It's like this has been you, based on the situation, this has been you for a long time. There's this major change that's kind of thrown you off course a bit, and it's like just find some period to, you're hoping for some chance to connect with the people in your life. And maybe this Page of Cups character is someone that you should be connecting with. So your outcome card is the 7 of Pentacles upright, and this is a great outcome. This is the fruits of your labor, Scorpios. Okay, so this is being able to actually, whatever this is being able to actually lean on your pole and pick some fruits off the vine, some of the stuff that you've put all of this energy into over the last however long, and take something out of this. All right, so overall, let's see if we can get a more general message. After a period of competitiveness and of being immersed in your work, this major changes happen in your life, and I wish I could be more specific. It could just be for some of you Scorpios, I'm getting that it's more like this work that you put into it's more of this work you put into a relationship, and I think this King of Pentacles, there's a lot of heaviness there in the near future position. So if anything, cards say that you're like this in this situation. Believe in that openness and that flexibility, and in your environment. Again, this is either some aspect of yourself or a friend, but very much, a lot of qualities that are reflect that fool approach, that playfulness, that fluidity. So stay flexible, Scorpios. Connect with friends. That's what you're hoping for, so find a way to do that. And again, we've got potential outcome and outcome. So whatever this is in your outcome position, seeing the fruits of your labor might not be totally visible, right? It might be one of those situations where you can slip into more of an attitude like this, where you're stuck in being fed up or apathetic about the way things are, and you're not seeing the fact that there has been this growth. There has been this thing that you can rest on, this beneficial thing you can rest upon. All right, so congratulations on the change. Change is good. Change leads to growth. And we will check in with you again on the 15th, Scorpios. Thanks.